Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 2. The Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will square off at Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina tonight. Right now they're delayed. We don't know when they're going to get underway, but hopefully they will momentarily. I'll break it down and give all my thoughts of what I feel they need to do. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 NFL Thursday Night Football trivia question. In which round of the NFL Draft did the Panthers choose wide receiver Steve Smith? I will have the answer later on the broadcast. Well, it's Thursday Night Football Week 2, as I've said. The Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will square off at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Both teams lost in their season opener in Week 1 last week. Carolina are 7-point favorites to win tonight's game, while the Bucs are 7-point underdogs in tonight's game against the Panthers. The Panthers are coming off a nail-biting defeat to the Rams, while the Bucs were on the wrong end of a sloppy loss to the 49ers last week. Now, prevailing storylines surround the strength of Cam Newton's shoulder, but he will play tonight. The strength of Winston and his starter as a starter, and of course, longtime Bucs defensive line stalwart Gerald McCoy lining up against his former team following a bitter split. Carolina handily leads the all-time series with a 23-14 advantage. Carolina has won 3 of the last 4 meetings against Tampa Bay, and Panthers coach Ron Rivera is 11-5 against the Bucs, but Tampa Bay is still looking to turn things around under new head coach Bruce Arians. Now, thus both teams are aiming to rebound from Week 1 setbacks, with the victor earning their first win of the season, and the loser finding the climb up the NFC South all that much steeper, and that is the honest truth by far. Here's what to watch for during tonight's Thursday Night Football Week 2 showdown between the Panthers and Bucs. Will it be Cam Newton or Jameis Winston who quiets the critics for now? The 3 interceptions and a season opening day slip up did nothing to quell talk that Winston's day as Tampa Bay's franchise quarterback need to conclude. The addition of Arians to the sideline and his quest to refine and revamp the Bucs' 2015 top pick met in an unfortunate start in Tampa's 31-17 loss to San Francisco in Week 1 last week. Excuse me for that cough. Sure, it's only Week 2, but it's time for Winston to start showing up and doing so consistently. The numbers, unfortunately, are not in his favor heading into Charlotte. Winston has lost 12 consecutive games on the road, the most active starting QB, and he's 0-3 on Thursday Night Football. Numbers on the good side for Winston are that he hasn't had a sack in his last 2 tilts against the Panthers, including a Week 13 win last season. Getting a win and limiting the turnovers is exactly the outcome and performance Winston is aiming to accomplish, and that's what he needs to do. And if he doesn't, don't expect QB change anytime soon. My understanding is the Bucs are still very confident in Jameis Winston. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported Thursday on NFL Now. Obviously, last week's was not as good as they wanted, but in Bruce Arians' tenure, first of all, he has gotten success out of every single quarterback, but it does take some time, and they know that. And even his best reclamation project, Carson Palmer, took several weeks to really get into it and understand the offense and get comfortable, and kind of limits some of the mistakes. Not to say Jameis Winston is going to be Palmer, but at the very least, they are still confident in him. And I feel Tampa Bay needs to strike early if they want to win this game against the Panthers tonight. And I know the Panthers are looking to rebound back from Week 1, and Cam Newton is going to do everything in his power, and his defense and offense is going to do everything in his power to win this game tonight. And they've got to stack Winston and keep him down on the line of scrimmage early. They've got to not let Tampa score, and they've got to really they've got to, the front line has to be right there to really protect Cam Newton, and so does the offense and defense, and the offensive linebackers and the middle linebackers really too, and the defensive linebackers really do, and running backs do too as well. And I feel that really, I think I'm going. Here is my Thursday night pick of the week, and my brother-in-law's too, and I am going with the Carolina Panthers to win this one, because Carolina has tough at home, and I cannot go against Carolina on a primetime game, which is on a Thursday night. And my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, is also taking the Carolina Panthers, and so we both feel Carolina is going to win this game tonight. And so we'll see what happens. I just feel I think Carolina's head coach Ron Rivera is really confident. I think his team is going to bounce back tonight, and Cam Newton, I think, is going to have a good game tonight, and he really needs to really have a good game. And Tampa Bay's coach Bruce Arians, he's hoping his team can rebound from that sloppy loss to the 49ers last week, and so we'll see what happens. And Jameis Winston hopefully will have a good game as well. And they need to protect Tampa Bay's offense and defense in their front line, and middle and linebackers and running backs. They need to protect him as well. And they need to sack Newton and really keep the team from scoring and not give them a chance. And I got to tell you, and I got to say that I really feel this is really one of these games where I think this could come down to the final seconds, and I think it could come down to a last-second field goal for either team to have attempt to win the game. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the game is going to get underway shortly. Right now it is in a delay right now, but we'll see. I'll get back and have some final thoughts in just a moment. But right now it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football trivia question. In which round of the NFL draft did the Panthers choose wide receiver Steve Smith? And if you said the third round, you are correct. The Panthers chose wide receiver Steve Smith in the third round of the NFL draft, 74th pick overall in 2001. He would go on to become the Panthers' all-time leader in total touchdowns, 67, and receptions, 836, and receiving yards, 12,197. I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, which will be on Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Now, getting back to tonight's game, and I want to give some final thoughts, and I really feel Carolina is going to take this game tonight. They're going to come out, and they're going to hold Tampa Bay to, I think, Carolina is going to win this, I think, by a touchdown, 28-21. I think they're going to hold Carolina to 7 points. It's not going to be a blowout by any means, I think, and I just feel Carolina is going to come out and hold Tampa Bay to really, and they're going to hold Tampa Bay and keep them from scoring. They're going to really keep the pressure on Tampa Bay tonight. So I really feel Carolina is really going to come out and really play hard and win this ball game, and that's how I feel that it's going to that Carolina will prevail tonight. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show. I will have the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football postgame show once the Panthers and Bucks game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.